what sort of things are we looking to bring the world of NFL podcasts? Because there's just not enough of them.
No, well, I'm thinking it's a fresh new look. It's contemporary.
Yeah.
It's robust.
Setting new standards in mediocrity.
Yes.
I don't know. Have you heard a lot of podcasts?
Yes.
That's quite a lot of competition out there for mediocre podcasts.
No, there is a lot out there, but I'm sure we can stand head and shoulders above an ant.
Well, what are we going to do that's so contemporary
different
and good and important and flappy and amorous, etc.?
So basically, what's our USP versus all of the others? And
what makes us stand out?
I'd say absolutely nothing.
I'd say we probably know less than most of the podcasts.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that's our selling point.
Yeah.
And don't forget Edgy's third nipple if it gets desperate.
Well, only at the weekends.
I mean, that's not going to come across too well on an audio medium, though, is it?
This is
true. We'll just have to describe it.
Yeah, no, but I thought we're releasing a Braille version.
This is going to be one letter over and over.
If we set up a Patreon, then that can be available to Patreon subscribers only.
Could feel
I don't know. The problem is, if you have a Patreon, then you've got to have Patreon perks, and you have to wonder what on earth perks people would possibly want.
And just going through all that, we would need people.
Third nipple, that's a perk. Well, it is when it's cold.
Yeah.
The problem is, once we do this is out on the internet forever.
Absolutely.
We can't undo this. So it could be something that no one listens to for 100 years, and then all of a sudden it gets archived in the library.
No word of a lie. I was thinking of actually putting a suit on. It's coming on here tonight, and I thought it's
I mean, could you start by putting some trousers on?
Yeah,
not for the pilot, surely. Oh my God, Dazzla!
Got socks on.
You look like you're tan on.
But you should have it on your feet.
Those legs look like you're tan under a 40-watt bulb. Very weird. Yeah. Looking at the fixtures of the week.
Looking at what's just happened, looking at what's about to happen, looking at our certain players who we're going to be keeping an eye on for the duration of the season.
I think what we need to do as well, Greggles, is we have a little list of who's going to win each division.
Yeah.
One team.
But we're going to be doing that next week, aren't we?
Coming up. Of course. What's coming up next week?
Taster.
What's coming up next week? Well, in episode 1 proper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will be our predictions and everything.
Are we 2 weeks away now?
Yeah. Because our prediction one is going to be episode 1, which is going to be the week before the first game, or a couple of days before the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So our first reaction one is going to be week 2.
So the season kickoff's actually about a week and a half away, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. Kansas City versus Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, you see, I'd have known that.
And it's not often I'll say this, but come on, Kansas City.
Okay, yes. So
name's got to be a start, surely.
Yeah, that's what we were going to use.
I was just going to finish off talking about the stuff we're going to cover, and then we can go to the name.
Yeah.
Right. So we're also going to be looking at our own fantasy league, which is probably not of any interest to anyone outside the people who are in it, or possibly even some of the people in it. But we are going to do that regardless. But we're having the draft for that on next Sunday, and we will report how that goes and some of the most offensive team names that have been used so far.
So come on, I want to get to a name here. I want us to get a name, get it out there. It's a good name. I've already picked. I've kind of picked one what I like, but I'll let you two chaps pick the.
Well also we go through the thread in your Discord where all the suggestions were made.
But also at the same time, I did check a lot, and there's loads already out there on the podcast names.
Yeah, so that's all right. So we will obviously check this before we go live with it. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right. So the first one was the Josh Johnson podcast, but that was just putting in a placeholder more than anything else.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be 1,000 teams that he's joined.
He's played.
I mean, sorry, podcasts.
Yeah, it'll be very popular. Then Edgy came in with a selection, which
we'll skip the first one.
Yes, I think you're right. I think we need to skip a few of these names, to be honest, especially Captain Tom.
So Bread Zone, because obviously we have a community called the Toasters. So I thought that was a nice little play on toast.
We can't do that bread. Because Greggles hates toasters.
Right, okay, so we'll get rid of
that. To be honest, I assumed this was going to be called NFL Toast or something like that. So
you've done well.
I'm delighted that it isn't.
Yeah.
Any of these is better than that.
The Bread Zone was also then a bit of a mixture of like the NFL Red Zone, So I thought that was clever.
Yeah, then Across the Pond and the Taylor Swift Show.
Across the Pond, hold on, I've checked this. Across the Pond has at least 25 different podcasts.
Are they NFL?
I think there's about 4 of them are NFL.
Oh, okay.
Fishing one, perhaps?
Yeah. I think David's got one.
Probably.
Is there a Taylor Swift podcast out there? If not, the Taylor Swift Show is an absolute banging name.
If only if someone liked her, Edgy.
Yeah, I know. There's probably 1 or 2 Taylor Swift podcasts, I imagine.
Yeah, maybe.
Or any
how many of them will be in the NFL section?
Exactly, yeah.
I think 17.
Could well be 17 NFL.
Probably get a lot of
Taylor Swift podcasts.
It's a number. A
lot of downloads.
No, episode 1 will get a shitload of downloads.
Yeah.
And that would be it.
And when you do the analysis to see how far people have listened to it, about 28 seconds probably.
After the music.
Unless we open with Taylor Swift chat.
True. Actually, I think I can get Taylor Swift on.
Is she going to be a guest for episode 2? Because Steve Young's episode 1.
Yeah. I think she's a bit busy at the moment, isn't she?
No, she's finished her tour now, apparently.
Oh,
so she's free.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There you go. There's plenty of Taylor Swift content.
Mr. Peacal had the suggestion of bunch of punts.
I quite like that.
Yeah.
I think I actually put a little thing in there, a little smiley face that made me smile. That's why I put a smiley face in there.
Yeah, I quite like. I mean, if we're going to put a short list, I'd have a bunch of punts in it.
Yeah, definitely in there. Put that up. Bunch of punts. That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thick as Pigskin was one of Edge's.
Yeah, they're cheap. Good effort.
Yeah.
Don't mind that. When's the last time pigskin was actually used as a phrase, though?
I've had a look at this. It was 2006.
Oh,
okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Retro.
Yeah. Concussion protocol. Kaggers put in.
Oh, if I missed that, I do apologise, Kaggers.
Yeah, we tend to read top to bottom here.
Sacks and snacks from Tucci, which would be great because obviously the sacks relates to the NFL.
Yeah,
but then we'd have to have snacks, and I haven't got any. So
yeah.
Is beer a snack?
Well, it could be.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Got calorific content, so yeah.
Then Greggles comes up with 6 more nonsense ones.
Okay.
Then we got to Mr. Peacal.
No, whoa. Hang on a second. Don't be so judgmental to shut down those.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Right. 3 and Out. Oh, I wonder if there's any podcast called 3 and Out. I'll just go and check quickly.
And have you?
Yeah, I don't need to because I've listened to about 3 of them. Different ones. Ineligible receivers. Baseball. Sorry, Edgy, go on.
Surely that'll be about baseball.
Yeah. Wildcat formation, I did like that, Greggles. I thought that was quite good. Taken as well.
Oh, what flea flickers?
Flea flickers taken. Muff punts taken. Scoop and score, I don't think is taken. Ineligible receivers taken. 3 and Out, definitely taken.
Mr. Peacal's gridiron mongers. Yeah.
You see, that made me chuckle, that gridiron mongers.
Run Adam Run has put a game of inches and penetration, which
you've missed out Kaggers there because I didn't understand that one.
Well, CT is like head trauma, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah,
probably thought it best to dodge that
one. Okay.
A game of inches and penetration, which perfectly describes the
Taylor Swift podcast.
Yeah.
Now we're getting on to Dazzler's one, which
just before we come to the winner, Edgy, we'll just go to Tatters. He's put tight ends and loose balls.
Yeah, I think we were looking at tight ends and helmets at one point as well. Yeah. There's been a few of those.
I think that aptly describes all of us and the game. But yeah, you could tell how pleased you were with this one, Daz.
I went into this and I thought this has got to be out there, and it's really not. And I think it's a cracking one.
It was a lovely attempt at social engineering. Can't believe this hasn't been taken. The delayed handoff.
The delayed handoff.
Hmm.
That's a cracking one, isn't it? A delayed handoff. Who doesn't want the delayed handoff?
Depends how long the delay is.
5 yards delay a game, isn't it? Delay of game. Oh, that's taken. I looked for the delay of game, and that was taken as well.
I think, yeah, we've had all. If anything, I'd like to go with the original suggestion of tight ends and helmets.
Right, okay.
Tight ends and helmets.
We'll put 4 in. We'll put 4 into the vote.
Yeah, Daz's delayed handoff.
Poll management still currently says Led Zeppelin against Leonard Skinner, so I'll get rid of that one.
What was the other one we were going to add on? Bunch of punts from Mr. P.
Yeah. Flag on the pod. Oh, that could be something there. But flag.
Yeah,
that could be something to work with.
Flag on the pod.
Well, I don't like this one of yours either, Greggles. Big helmets and slick gussets. I don't think
that wasn't to do with the podcast. That was
was it not?
Okay.
That was my Deliveroo order.
Oh, was it? I like Greggles's Green Bay Packers one as well.
I'm always intrigued to find out what these things are that I've said.
Yeah, this one here, third one down. You've put cheesy helmets.
Where are you reading these from?
I've not seen it. Cheesy helmets.
I've not seen a cheesy helmet. No,
not for a while, or since this morning.
So we've got tight ends and helmets. Flag on the pod, which is immediately going to make me think of Fog on the Time.
Yeah, don't want that.
Unless I'll try and get easy to make a theme tune.
Is there some sort of spin on
helmet
the
on
Cowboys
helmet,
bottling it in the playoffs?
Gridiron mongers. I do like gridiron mongers.
Do a dare put helmet on helmet podcast in Google search. I don't know.
Well, just make sure you include the word podcast. Don't type helmet on helmet.
Yeah, helmet and helmet is being taken.
It could be some German solicitors.
Yeah.
Like Poddy McPodface, whatever it was called. I don't really want a podcast called Cheesy Helmets.
It makes promotions a little. Hi, listen to my cheesy helmet.
And welcome once again to the Braille version.
Balls.
Cheesy Helmet out on Tuesday.
What about Elk is a prick?
That's already taken 30 times.
Okay.
Okay, what about Through the Quarterback's Eyes podcast?
With Lloyd Grossman. Oh, Tatters, that's good. Hard count, tough punt.
Hard count. Oh, hard count.
Hard count, tough punt. I quite like that. I think that one goes into the shortlist.
Just trying to think of like penalties in the game or
inappropriate touching. Jet sweep.
No, that's taken. That's one of the first things I look. Taken.
Sorry, fail. Reverse jet sweep.
Reverse jet sweep. Oh, what about the naked bootleg?
Or to give it a more Matt Canada flavour, failed reverse jet sweep.
What's a synonym for knowledge that begins with L? No football.
Learning.
Lunacy.
No football learnings.
Yeah, that'd be quite chuckly.
No, we've got room for one. That's it.
Oh, Killer Queen.
Crack, quarterback, and sack.
That is ingenious. Now,
there's no way that's available.
Crack.
Jack, quick, Daz, get onto Jeeves, find out.
That is brilliant. I'll tell you what, if this is free, and guess what?
Does it suggest that we all have to be on crack each week, though?
Easily done.
Well, out of the 3 words, I'm with the quarterback. It's available. I cannot find it. Edgy, can you?
Although I think crack, sack, and quarterback works better as in that order. Sounds better.
Crack back and what do they call it when
crack,
you do that?
Crack, sack, and quarterback.
There we go. Look at that. I think we've got it. Let's just try that one though.
Snap,
What is it?
quarterback, and sack. No.
Snap, crackle, and pop. Sack, crackle, and
cackhole.
It's back, sack, and crack. Quarterback, sack, and crack.
Quarterback, sack, and crack.
Yeah. Quarterback. Let's just put that. Quarterback. Oh, I've put crack in twice.
And are we spelling it crack as in Irish crack?
No.
I assume we're not putting the video out for this.
No, these will never be seen again.
Excellent.
This is live only.
Patreon subscribers only.
That's a fair point, BP. If you use sack crack one, you might need to include men grooming news. We'll get Gary on and Jimmy.
No, we'll get sponsored by Manscaped.
I was going to say
very easily.
Straight away, we've got.
I'm on the wrong grooming sort of news. Okay, that's fine.
Titans and helmets, quarterback, sack and crack, flag on the pod, good mongers, hard count.
Or in another variant of that, does you get your favourite show jumper on? I bet he's got a groom.
Bit Harvey's free.
Harvey Smith.
Yeah.
What's he been up to
recently? I can see the pod now.
Oh, pod's up. The pod. I can see it this time. I can see
I
it this
still
time.
can't see it, so I'm gonna get my phone.
And off he goes.
I'll be back.
So close at the moment.
Yeah, I made it 2 minutes because I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get over to my phone and back. I didn't want to rush it.
This is going down to the wire. All those who voted the right one, well done.
Right, I think our podcast is called Quarterback, Sack and Crack.
Yes. Fantastic.
I better go and reserve the name, hadn't I?
Yes, get it done quickly.
I wouldn't rush, mate.
Honestly, that's a winner.
Concerning, so that one's still available. Could there be many other incidences like this going on right now?
Yes.
Where people are trying to come up with names for their podcasts.
But KQ, fantastic.
Yeah, KQ. Once we do the official quarterback sack and crack, I've got QBSC pod merch. Then you're going to get the first T-shirt.
Very niche, BP.
We'll never make it. We'll never make it. Can't wait for the merch. You may have to wait for the merch.
The merch is going to be amazing.
Yeah, just imagine the merch. That's probably the best way of doing it is to just imagine the merch.
I've already imagined a little helmet with your face in it.
Plans for next week then. Predictions for the divisions, the Super Bowl, Championship games.
Recap.
Rookie watch.
Recap on the draft, our draft.
Our fantasy draft, which happens next Sunday. Rookie watch, players to watch for the season. Oh, can we have a section next week for those who are ineligible to play for legal reasons? Because that's the bit I find fascinating. Who's killed somebody in a car crash this week?
I think we're only trying to keep it to about half an hour.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't even have time to do the Chiefs. Because I think half of theirs currently on remand or similar. Or American equivalent.
Rashie Rice, he's been done, hasn't he, for something? I actually had Rice at the end of last season as one of my receivers. He did very well, but is he not going to play this year?
He may have killed someone in the off season.
Yeah.
But that's the going rate. There's normally at least one death caused by an NFL player per off season. Yeah, and this year it was him.
I think Rice did. I think he killed his uncle Ben.
Fuck's sake!
I think that's a good point to end it.
Yeah, who'd have thought a league with that?
I reckon a better point to end it would have been before he'd said that.
Yeah, I reckon. So many issues.
Edit point.
And on that bombshell, back to the studio.
Are we having an official theme tune?
Yes.
Well, the reason I suggested that Bonnie Tyler one, albeit a karaoke version of it, so we were allowed to use it because it's royalty free. was because when I started watching the NFL as a little kid, that was the Channel 4 theme tune. So that's why I wanted to use that one. The alternative is
the spinning Channel 4 logo with the pads and the helmet on.
Yeah, that was cracking.
That's what I always remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quarterback, sack, and crack.
Yes, absolutely.
QBSC. It's already been the kids are already calling it QBSC.
The kids.
Fucking kids.
Straight on to Manscaped. I think I actually know someone from Manscaped, so I'll drop them a little line.
Is it Steve Young? Steve Young from Manscaped.
Yeah, that's him.
So drop him an email, steve.young@manscaped.com.
Yeah.
By the way, would you like to come on our podcast?
Him and Leslie Crowther.
Leslie doesn't answer his emails these days.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think at least half of those are dead.
I don't even mean Leslie Crowther. He's in EastEnders. What were he called?
Leslie Grantham.
Leslie Grantham, yeah.
He doesn't answer much these days either.
He's not dead, is he? Is he dead?
He'll be the first to admit it.
Oh, I didn't even know that. So if you're listening, I do apologise.
Wait, it's all right. He killed someone, so I'm fine with you not apologising to Leslie Grantham.
Oh, he died in 2018, apparently. Bloody hell.
He's dead. He is actually dead. I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Go.
Did you know Leslie Grantham's not actually his real name? It was
the taxi drivers of the world breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Grantham is the place he was born. There you go.
Thanks, Dan.
What's his real name, then? You can't leave us hanging like that.
Well, join us again next time.
What a cliffhanger that is.
Fucking hell. Just imagining the amount of people who go, actually, I don't care that much. I could quite easily Google this if I cared. I wouldn't have to listen to it.